Oh yeah. Make it a mess. Make it a mess. Mm-hmm. Every king deserves his crown. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is up, gangsters? What is up? How you hear me on this microphone here? Been a while since I did this setup. Been a while since I did this setup. Try to get this a little closer. All right. Maybe like that. Boom. How we looking? How we looking? How we looking? What's up? I said, what it do, Chuck? That's me. What is this? Something new? What's up, man? Stuck in Florida, 39 months, bro. God dang. Stuck in Florida, been here since the jump. What's up, brother? How you been, man? How have you been? It's been a while since I did StreamYard, man. Like ancient. AJ with the 5x5, appreciate you. Frosty, you know, that's you gotta, if you don't keep your crown in the freezer, then just don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know if you don't know to keep your crown in the freezer, then just you can just see yourself out the door, man. Yeah. Now I can't mess with you. Nope. Nice from Stuck. Fresh out the freezer is the best. You know it. Dirty Diggity. What's up, Dirty Diggity? Make my coffee with powers go. All right. Rachel, you are brave putting that near your computer. Oh, this is my 4-year-old computer now, so I'm just looking for an excuse for it to break. I'm gonna get a new one. There is speech. Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that music in the back? T-Ling small batch. Okay. I keep it simple around here. Crown Black, baby. That's all I need. Is this an ASMR experiment? No. Rye whiskey. Daddy memory, crank up the music. It's lagging. Is it lagging for real? Is it lagging? Does it sound weird? The king has arrived. Yes, sir. Sound is good. What's this? Ride small badge. Picture is good. All right. Botrix is in the chat. Yes, sir. Blessed happy Sunday. What do you think about the bombing in Iran, and how's your mother doing? What's up, Dante? It's good with you. Mm-hmm. Well, as you guys can see by the title of the video, what did I call it again? I forgot my own title. Crown Royal, World War III, time to move to Pattaya. I mean, that's going to be my answer all the time. Hey, anytime the world's getting too hard for you, try Thailand. Is the world getting too difficult? Are you stressing out on the job? Try Thailand. Try Thailand today. So, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about the bombings in Iran? I think, I don't know, is it going to kick off World War III? Not necessarily, but there's already a lot of tension in the area. Maybe India and Pakistan start messing with each other again. Maybe China backs Iran. Maybe Russia and Ukraine step it up another level. I mean, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of angst, a lot of stuff going on in the world. Maybe North Korea lobs something at Japan. I mean, all kinds of crazy shit could jump off. Or maybe it'll all be nothing in a year. Who knows? Who knows, right? All I know is over in Thailand, we don't stress about it too bad. We talk about it, we mention it, we watch the news, and then, we go back to whatever we were doing before. You're not constantly inundated with it. You don't have CNN or Fox News or MSNBC or something on in the background 24/7 here. If you want to watch those channels, first of all, you got to have cable. I don't have cable. I just got the internet. So if I got to watch those channels, I literally have to get on YouTube, type it in, and watch it. I don't even subscribe to the channels. So that, it won't even come up in my feed unless I actually go to the news to watch it. So I don't know, man. China will give only financial support to Iran. They don't want that smoke, right? Right? 60 up in the chat. What's up, y'all? Hit the like. Make sure I'm getting all the chat here. All good. Boom. All messages. All right. Make sure I'm getting this all good. Woo. Sipping on some scissor. You know, it's a funny thing you bring up that re-enlist thing. You know, we were talking about that the other day. Could we get recalled? And I think it's up to 10 years or something. You're still, you're inactive reserve. And then beyond that, I think it's like, military necessity or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at that stuff in many years, but stuff like that could happen. But honestly, would I mind going back and training other guys, on load mastering and stuff like hell no, I wouldn't. Sign me up, coach. I'll put the uniform back on for that. They're not going to send us there. I mean, they old and busted 50 plus year olds. They don't want us out there trying to do business, but we could definitely hit the classroom. We could train. We could do all kinds of support stuff. I would have zero issues with that. Zero. Send me back. It's all good. I'm good. Where do I sign? And do you have a larger flight suit? Because my old ones ain't going to fit. Oh, man. Get you a fire starter if you like to watch those programs. Thank you for your service, ex-soldier. What's up, man? Talking about a fire stick, Dante? Yeah, I could get Alex, Alex Bam Bam. Rest in peace to the Alex Bam Bam channel. Hopefully, I don't know how long he'll be gone. Yeah, I mean, is Alex off in YouTube forever? I don't know. I can't say all that. Who knows? But what was I just talking about? Fire stick, yeah. So Alex went to Tucom in Pattaya and got one of those fire sticks with like 1 million channels on it. It's got like something like 3,000 different channels or something from around the world. Anyway, he got it and he said it worked like a champ. And he paid. No, that's what he paid for it. I don't know if it has 3,000. It has a lot of channels, but he paid 3,000 for it. It's 3,000 about $100. Unlocked fire stick or whatever. And he said it was legit. He said it works great. So I think he got it so he can watch the UFC without having to use all them crazy websites. I know he was using like all these crazy websites to watch UFC before, but now I don't think you need it. So it's all good. I had no clue you could be recalled as crazy. Yeah, like you're like inactive reserve when you get out of the military. It's like highly unlikely though. It's not. I mean, it would have to be a serious global conflict. And again, more than likely, if you're an older guy like me or whatever, the only reason they would bring you back is to be in some kind of training role. More than likely, you're not going in their hot zones and shit like that. I mean, whatever. Whatever. We proud to serve. Whatever they want us to do, we're gonna do it. But it's unlikely you're gonna get put in that situation. I got no problem defending my country, going back, doing some work, whatever I got to do. They want to send me to the desert to train. They want to whatever they want to do. I'm down. It's whatever. That's part of doing the service. That's part of raising your hand and deciding to defend your country and being a part of that world. So it's not a big. I'm not gonna complain about it. Especially I ain't got nothing going on. If I can see if I had like 5 kids and wife and, I got all this shit going on or whatever, I'm just taking care of my mom and that's it, and she's got a spot here. She's good right here in Thailand. So I can go off and play war if I need to. It's not a big deal. No, you cannot be forcibly re-enlisted after your IR time unless yeah, that's what I say. What's the IRR time though? It's like 10 years, right? Isn't it, Mark? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's like 10 years. And I'm right at like 9. I'll be at 10 years a year from today or a year from this month. So I'll be at 10 next year. It's a great divide. Yeah. He said it was great, man. He said it works perfectly. Shit, Shane. What's up, Shane? What's up, bruh? How you doing, man? Did I make you a moderator over here yet? You should be a moderator over here. Hold on. Make you a moderator. Standard. Okay. There you go. You can moderate. Do your thing. Anyway, what the fuck? No, re-enlist. No, they're not re-enlisted. That's what we just talking about. Like, I don't think they could really do it. Even if they did, though, I would be willing to do it. If they just want me to go train, whatever. I'm all about it. It'd take me a couple of months to get back up to speed on the C-17 and all the regs and everything. But yeah, I would be all about it. It would be, to me, it would actually be fun. It would actually be, I love, like, if they would have just left me to F alone, If they'd have just left me alone to go flying, I would have stayed like another couple of years in the Air Force. But they wanted me to do office jobs and master sergeant, senior enlisted type things, and that just wasn't my game. Oh, it wasn't my shit, man. I just want to go fly. I'll go train all day. I will, instruct. I will do anything aircraft related. When you want me to go out and teach fire extinguisher training, I'll go do that. The last thing I want to do is sit in an office doing performance reports and paperwork and shit like that. So I was like, I'm out. My retirement's approved. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out. I would have been all about that. What's the vibe tonight, baby? Hey, we doing World War III, baby. We going to World War III. What do you think, Pops? In? We going to World War III? Is that it? Is that it? Is Iran gonna pop off and do something stupid, or is someone gonna back up Iran and get crazy? Like, who else is? Uh-oh, what happened? Looks like your camera was unplugged. What happened to my camera? Hold up. What just happened? Why did my camera go out? Webcam. We are in webcam mode. All right. What happened? Oh, we want Osmo. Okay, what happened? Stand by. I'll be right back. Hold on. Camera's tripping. I don't know why. What's going? Y'all still hear me, right? There we go. All right, I don't know what's going on, man. For some reason, my camera died. That was weird. That was super weird. There's absolutely no reason that should happen. But anyway. Battery is full. What's the vibe tonight? Yeah, we just chilling, talking about war. World War III. Am I getting recalled? Is it gonna get wild? Who knows? 111 in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Not that it really matters. I don't know why we always say that. Like, make sure you hit that like. I don't know. I guess I get a few more people up in here, but whoever shows up. It's not that big a deal. I just felt like getting online for a little bit, sipping a little crown, hanging out with y'all, seeing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because every king needs his crown. Yo, Yankin Vet. I'm not gonna lie. I was browsing a little bit today. I didn't take it serious. I just kind of typed in a couple of things just to see if some jobs came up. I didn't really see anything, but then again, I didn't look that hard. But I was like, Again, I would go do like a 1-year contracting gig if it was paying like 100, 120,000 or something like that. Shit, I'm gonna go do that for a year. Get my bank up. Why not? I'm all about that. Maybe even a couple of years, I don't know. Get your bag up, man. Get your bag up, baby. Speak Beats. What's up, brother? What's going on, Joe? Bro, that fire stick is the truth. Right? Do you got one too? So Joe's got one too. Okay. I'm convinced. Maybe I go grab me one. Man, I watch enough damn TV as it is. I don't know if I need that. Maybe I'll just get one for my mom. Maybe that's what I'll do, because I'm sure my mom doesn't watch a whole lot of TV either, but I don't know. We'll see. It's only $100, so it's like it's throwaway. I'll just go grab one, even if I don't use it. It don't really matter. Dante, you're a blessing of a son. It's 10 years. Is it 10 years? That's what I was wondering. I was pretty sure it was 10 years. I've heard 10 years many times. I never actually looked up the reg, but I knew we always talked about that shit when I was getting to the end of it. Is like how many years you got to, like, all right, let me think about it. Okay. What we got here? Oh, yeah, that was just stuck. Okay. We are that one. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I think it's 10 years. What's up, chat? Why did my thing just scroll all the way down, man? Sometimes StreamYard act funny. Anyway, no, it depends. Usually a 4-year active contract with 4 years inactive. Reserves do 6 and 2. All right, well, I'm retired. I did 23 years. So what does that mean? Again, I'd have to look at the reg. Derek is saying 10 years. Again, that's what I've heard. If you're retired, it's 10 years. So that's what I've heard. Yo, what's up, Shane? Mr. Moderator, you the man. How are Keisha and family doing? So I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal this or not. I don't know if I can tell it. I don't know. It's my live stream though, right? We got 124 in here. Well, hopefully Keisha's not one. I don't get in trouble. Anyway, Keisha is a new granddaughter, and she is freaking. I guess I can't show the picture. That's all I'm not allowed. I'm not to show the picture, but she has a new granddaughter, and she is adorable. Cutest baby ever. Cutest baby ever. But yeah, they're doing great. They're in North Carolina, I want to say right now. I think North Carolina. Her and Charles are in North Carolina doing their thing. You know, obviously over there with her daughter and supporting her. She just had a baby. Too cute. But I don't think I'm allowed to show you the picture yet. Too bad. Oh, well. I'll show you the picture another time. The baby's cute, though. You know, not everybody's. Hey, sometimes the baby's ugly. Sometimes the baby's ugly. Sometimes the baby's ugly. I mean, sometimes you just got to tell like it. Sometimes the baby's ugly, right? The baby. Sometimes, come on. Hey, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me. Don't look at me like you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. Sometimes the baby's ugly. This baby's not that. This baby is adorable. Absolutely adorable. What's up, Gail at night? What's going on with you, girl? What you doing tonight? What you doing? That's daytime. Probably daytime for y'all. What is it? Yeah, it's midnight here. So yeah. What are y'all doing today? Completely understandable. I can't do office work. It gives me a headache. I really, bruh. Anything but in the I just That's why I would go in and I would like be there for a couple hours and I'd go take a 3-hour lunch, come back for like another hour and then bounce, man. I was like, I can't hang out here all night. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. For a while, I was like, they made me like the head load man, like automatic. When you like the lead load master, you're not gonna do shit, bro. All you're doing is putting the puzzle pieces in and moving bodies around, and it's like being a McDonald's manager or something. It's busy work, you know. It's busy work, making sure people are doing their training and doing this and doing that. So boring. Just keep me on the airplane, man. Just keep me out. That's all I want to do. Just leave me on the damn air. I go fly every shitty mission you want me to, that nobody wants to go to. I'll go do it. Globemaster, Loadmaster, that's tight. Yes. It was a great job. Saw a lot of cool shit, did a lot of cool shit doing that Loadmaster. And you work with everybody. Everybody. International, American, whatever. You work with everybody. And so it's a good job. You never know who's getting on that damn plane sometimes. It was wild. I loved it. All right. It's hard to be a subject expert anymore. Yeah, right. I don't know if they want them or what. That'd be a great job, wouldn't it? You know, I mean, I got a little bit of logistics game. I got a little bit of load planning game. You know, I could do some of that stuff too. Maybe I'll find a load planning job. Load planning would be good. Load planning would be a good job. Hell, even port work would be good. I mean, I could do some port. I don't want to do a whole lot of it. I can't be pushing around 8,000-pound pallets all day, but, you know, some kind of port activity would be interesting. I'd like to be back in it. I miss kind of having the knowledge and the know-how and the intel. You know, I mean, you know, obviously when you're active duty, you're in it, man. You know, because you guys, you know, C-17 is only like about 200 of them out there. So you're tip of the spear all the time. You know, if somebody needs to get something somewhere, they want to get something big, something strange to somewhere weird. That's, you know, they call us the haul, baby. You call, we haul, baby. You call, we haul. So we ended up working with all kinds of people who needed to get really weird shit to really weird places all the time. Oh, yeah. I know what you meant, Jerry. Woohoo. Thanks, Gail. Appreciate you. Stuck saying what up to Gail. 122 in the chat. Gave me hope seeing you moved your mom there. Are there any other Westerners that with her? Yes. My mom's next door neighbor is another American. They're from Texas. And the dude, her mom, his nice lady Carla, her son Nick is a watcher of the channel, and he had actually recommended the spot where my mom's at to me. And I actually forgot about it, that he had recommended it. So I ended up checking it out on my own. And then I I took my mom out there after she got here and she loved it. So, but anyway, yeah, her and Carla live right next door to each other. So they're kind of thick as thieves. You know, they're old chatty old ladies. You know, they get together and talk about absolute nonsense like old ladies do. And then, you know, they do their own thing. But yeah. So it's cool. She has another American woman right next door to her who's lucid and can have conversations and, you know, do their thing. So she's not feeling too lonely. Give it time, they will show up. Yeah, I think they will. I think they will. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. I think Halliburton and you know, every other major contractor out there is going to start getting on stuff. It'll be interesting to see where they're going to start staging. And I hate to say it, you know, I'm talking like this is a foregone conclusion, but I think it is. I think we're going back into the Middle East, and I'm pretty sure they've already got some prime locations planned out to where to stage from. You know, Diego Garcia's probably spinning back up. Some other places out there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, y'all. Oh, there's so much to do in Thailand that you wouldn't need a TV. That's it. You know, I mean, there's a lot going on here. You know, I've been here 6 years, so you do get bored after a while. I do watch a lot of TV, but I don't really need to watch regular syndicated television. I watch like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, The West Wing, shit like that. I like to watch the same old shows over and over again. That's how boring I am. Like I don't need new shows most of the time. There are a couple of new shows that were all right, but yeah, I'm good with old shows. I can watch them over and over again. Don't get bored with them. I just enjoy them. Hot Chalk, I was a tanker. I would go back in the Army. Would you do it? You gonna hop up in there, man? You really want to crawl in a tank, though? How old are you, Edwin? You really want to crawl back in a tank? That's like, I wouldn't go back to 130s. I did time in 130s as well. The 130 is just too brutal. I don't want to go back to that light. But C-17s, yeah, I would go back and mess with that. But more likely I wouldn't be doing a whole lot of flying, or I'd be doing some vanilla flying type stuff. You know, more likely I could see myself doing training. So I don't know. I'm okay with that though. Happy to do some training. What's this right here? What we got here? My man Eddie Goodman with a $4.99 super sticker. No question, no comment, just pure love of the game. Appreciate you, Eddie Goodman. Eddie Goodman, appreciate you, brother. I'm sorry I don't have any cool little videos and shit. I'm not like Richie and Alex and all them other guys. They had all these cool little things they put in there. This is the first time I've used StreamYard in like 6-7 months. I'm sorry. I'm an amateur. My bad. But I do appreciate you, bro. I do appreciate you. Yeah. Taking off inactive reserve after T. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure about that. Fire stick is only $30 or less. That's just for the fires. We're talking about a completely hacked, or are you talking about the same thing too? Like a completely hacked fire stick? And can you get away with that in the States? You know, they won't block it. Now, we all know time won't matter if you're critical. That's another thing, too. If you're in a critical specialty, they're going to get your ass. They are going to get your ass. I retired in 2004 and got the letter in 2014. Nice. Yep, I hit 10 years next year. I can't believe it's already been a decade since I left. Whoo! Where did that 10 years go? I know where it went. It went to the Philippines and Thailand, which will go by fast. It will go by fast. When you living out here, time rolls, man. Time rolls. It ain't like being back in the States. That's for sure. What's up, Altmore? What's going on, bro? I love my long time. That's why I say I got my ride or dies. They've been with me forever. They always gonna show up. Anytime I go live, I could do lives around the clock, and the same people are gonna show up every time. I love it. Do I have to get a Thai driver's license if I'm on vacation and want to rent a scooter? You can use an international driving permit, which is legal, but you cannot use your driver's license. Your driver's license is not legal in Thailand unless you're from one of the surrounding countries. You know, if you got a Malay license, Vietnam license, a Philippines license, any of those should work. As long as you're part of the Asian conference, you can use those licenses. But yeah, if you're using a stateside license, you need to go ahead and get you an international driving permit. Go ahead and get up on that. That's still good for 90 days. I know that some people are confused about that. What they were saying in the new law, or the changes that they just made to the driving rules, is you can't use an international driving permit to obtain a Thai license. You can still use an international driving permit for up to 90 days, but you cannot use it to obtain an actual Thai driver's license. You still need a stateside or a license from whatever country you're from that's valid to get a Thai driver's license. So you're going to have to show evidence that you already have a license from your country to get a Thai license. But a driving permit, an international driving permit, will not work. What was the strangest thing or things you saw? Is that half this shit I can't talk about? I saw some cool shit though. But yeah, half the shit I can't talk about. I'll tell you what, we did get, like, we would take stuff out to Kwajalein, where they do like I don't know, they do some weird shit out there, but some of the support equipment, they got some really cool support vehicles and stuff. It's hard to even describe them. That stuff's kind of cool. Some of the equipment we carry, and then some people we carry, man. Yeah. I can't talk about that. We did take what the hell was that mission called? Anyway, we had a bunch of celebrities and famous people, whatever. It wasn't a USO mission. They were on a different type of mission. Basically, they had some sort of relationship with the military where they were, contractors, other things like that, but they were also celebrities. Like we had, I don't know if any of you guys are from Miami or Florida, might know who Judge Alex is. And then we had Ricky Ellison from the San Francisco 49ers, one of the Super Bowl guys. He was like a tight end, not a tight end. He was like the hell was he? What the hell was his position? He was a linebacker. He was a linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers when they won one of the Super Bowls. Just people like that. We took them all over the place. That was kind of cool. But yeah, man, I seen, you see some shit flying around C-17. But I'm sure guys that flew the I'm sure other guys who flew the C-17 saw even crazier shit than me. I flew a lot. This cat flew even more than me. Especially missions out of like Charleston and whatnot. I mean, you got some crazy stuff. It was wild. Yup. Eddie already got him. 63 years young, and you still want to get in a tanker? Hell nah, bruh. Clips of life. What up, brother? Do I need a Thai driver's license to rent a scooter? No. International drive permit. Nice one, Eddie. You spoke of it's been a year since van life. Is your mom comfortable enough there now for you to do van life or relocate? I'm gonna give her a few more months. So, my lease is up here in like August. And then I'm gonna try and get them to extend my lease out to like October. So I might try to go back to the States in October. We'll see. But again, it all depends on how well my mom's doing. She's pretty good right now, but she still struggles with a couple of things. She gets confused about, how to order shit on her phone. And I just want to make sure she's got that 100% ironed out. Again, she's surrounded by staff. She has people around her. She has a panic button if she gets into trouble. She's got a support network 24/7 when she's at home. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think she's going to have any accidents or have any problems, but I just want her to know how to do things on her own before I leave or go anywhere. So if she's not good by October, then I'm not leaving by October. It's just the way it is. I'll figure out something else. I do want to get back to my van life, but that could wait. It's no rush. And it's not that I don't like Thailand. I get bored here and I want to do other things. Like I put in the video, I get discontent. I'm not always comfortable. I'm never just like good with the status quo. Like, oh my God, how can it get better than this? You live in Thailand, surrounded by girls. You make plenty of money. You got a nice place to live. You got good food. It's always hot. It is the perfect situation. But you know what they say? Too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. It's kind of fun to be out there struggling in a van and, making it work and traveling around. I swear I prefer it. Just me. That's how I roll, baby. How I roll. It's not for everybody. Not for everybody. I had a dude arguing with me today. Oh my God. I don't know what it is with some weirdos on the friggin' internet, man. I do not get it. Some cats be blowing my mind. They are so convinced that they can analyze you and diagnose you and figure out who you are just by watching you on the internet. Oh, you know what you need? You need a girlfriend and to calm down. Like, no, I actually friggin' don't. Like, I don't know why you think that's the solution to the problem. You know, getting another girlfriend and doing what? You know, like, I don't get it. And he's like, well, look at your analytics. That'll tell you what's wrong with you. I was like, how can you have a rational conversation with somebody who says something like, look at my analytics, my YouTube analytics, and that's what's wrong with my mental health? The fuck? I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I had to delete that dude. I was like, okay, we're not having a constructive conversation anymore. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. What's up, Frank White? Maurice in the house. What up, bruh? It's true. My vacations in Thailand go by. Oh yeah, vacations were the worst. The worst, man. It's like you land in Thailand, you wake up the next day, and it's over. Like, what happened? What happened? Where's all my money? And who this girl? International driver's license easy to get if you have a valid driver's license. Like $25 for 1 year. And yep, you get that in the Philippines, in America, in Thailand, and many other countries around the world will issue you an international driver's permit. Usually only valid for a year, but whatever. Not hard to get and very affordable. Not difficult at all. I used to have a fully loaded Fire Stick and eventually got an automatic update, which removed everything to bare bone. And that's what I heard could happen too, is like you have to, like, I don't know. I guess these guys set up the Fire Stick so it doesn't take updates. But yeah, I heard that's what happens. If you let them get updated, it'll brick them or it'll reset them back to default. So I don't know. But anyway, if it's $100, and I figure this guy works in the mall who actually gives them out. So, if you do have any problem, I think you can probably just bring it back into him and he'll fix it. So I don't think it'll be that big a deal. What's going on, George? How you doing, brother? What was your role on the C-130 and C-17? On the C-130, I was on AC-130. I was a aerial gunner. Oh yeah, good times. C-17, I was a load master. Evaluate a load master. Yeah, evaluate. Evil load. World War III, baby. You think we're going? What do you think, Caesar? Are we going? Nah. I mean, everybody always gets fired up. Well, yes, the attack on Iran was a major attack. I mean, over 100 airplanes, thousands and thousands of, well, I don't think it was thousands, but hundreds of bombs dropped. They dropped something like 30 of those gigantic bombs, like the bunker, but like big ass bomb, huge bombs. I mean, they dropped some serious ordnance in it's like 30 minutes. The attack only lasted like 30 minutes and they laid siege to those areas. I mean, it was crazy. I can't wait. We'll definitely see probably some satellite imagery. I know Maxar, the big satellite company, already put out imagery of the sites before they were attacked. And I'm assuming that eventually they'll let them out. They'll release images of the after, and it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. Yeah. What's going on, man? Cool crown. You like my crown? Rocking my Burger King crown. I ordered Burger King like 2 weeks ago, and they gave me a crown, so I kept it. My DD214 got. I feel you, baby. I feel you, bro. Hey, man, you remember that dude? He was an Army drill sergeant. He used to make all them videos. And when he finally got out, he started selling stuff, but he had like a DD214 blanket. I almost bought that shit. He had like a DD214 comforter. I thought that shit was tight. I almost ordered one. That actually would have been good for my van. I should have ordered that blanket for my van life. That would have been good. You should introduce her to. Yeah, they'll meet. They'll meet eventually. But Chuck's mom is in the States right now. She's gonna be there for at least another month. They bought her a round trip ticket. I think it was 2 months. So she'll be back in probably like another month, and then they can finally meet. I don't know if they'll be best friends or anything, but at least they can, talk. I'm sure it's a lot, when you're in that situation, okay, complete culture shock. Chuck's mom's been here over a year, so she has had a little time to adapt, but it's still a lot of culture shock coming from America to Thailand, dealing with the language barrier, dealing with the environment, dealing with the heat. My mom came from places doesn't get anywhere near this hot, dealing with all these different things, different food, and I mean, everything's different television, different driving on the other side of the road. I mean, there's so many differences, all that culture shock. I'm sure it is very, very comforting to have another American to speak with, even if y'all don't really get along, just to hear the sounds of someone else speaking English, mostly correct. But, even with an accent, because Chuck's mom's got a little accent. Carla, Nick's mom's got a little accent, and then my mom has got the standard, northern accent. I guess you could put it like the northern accent. So, just to listen, just to hear that music of your mother tongue is probably very comforting when you're in a situation like this, when you're new, when you're just getting here, you're just trying to understand things and get comfortable with things. So it was a blessing that my mom just happened to be next door to another American woman who's lucid and can have a conversation. Just teach. That's what I want to do. And that's what you want to do too, right? Just teach. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Again, 100%. I would love to go back and teach. I really would. I would love to go back and instruct. I would love that. Absolutely love it. James, it seems a very. I think you meant nice. Yeah, it's a cool place. It's a cool place. And like she's like in an assisted living situation, so it's kind of hands off. They do check on them, but she's got her own private space. There's no nurse's station or weird stuff. We're able to put all the random shit we want in her room. We've already got her a bunch of plants and all kinds of stuff. I need to get some new video of her room because it looks a lot. When we first moved in, it was very sterile, and now she's got all kinds of random junk in there. And she's only been there for like a month and a half, 2 months. And she got all this crap in there right now. So, and she wants more. She wants to get some pictures for the wall and all that. You can make it a home. You can make it a home. They don't care. They don't care. You do whatever you want. And, she could actually get an animal. So I might get her a dog, but a dog makes things complicated because if you're going to have a dog, somebody's got to watch it when you're not there. And they, every month they do like a field trip. Sometimes a couple times a month they go on field trips and do other stuff. So, it's like, okay, if you get a dog, who's going to watch it when you're not there? I was like, we'll see. We'll see. How long are you going to do van life? I think your mom was wanting to be close to you since she moved to Thailand. That's always the assumption. Like me and my mom, it's not like we hung out a lot before, because I was in the military for 20 years. And then as soon as I got out of the military, I moved overseas. So, I've only seen my mom, I don't know, a handful of times over the last, 20, 30 years. We're not like, we don't like hang out together all the time. Of course, she enjoys spending time with me, but she doesn't need me to be around 24/7. She doesn't need to see me every day. She'll be okay. She likes it when she's in a new place. So I'm giving her a lot of attention now and making sure she sees a lot of things before I go anywhere. But at some point, she's going to just want to chill out, do her thing back at the facility and relax. She's going to get worn out. So, but that's good though. I'm going to make sure she gets worn out. I'm going to make sure she's had her fill of Thailand, gets to see everything. My mom doesn't do well in the heat either. So after about 2 or 3 hours out in the heat, she's ready to go home, which is fine. I'm just trying to show her as much as I can, but she's only got the stamina for about 3 or 4 hours. And then, we got to get back to the aircon or she's not going to make it. Nice. Have you thought about van life? Yeah, I get this all the time. I've answered this question about, 2,917 times now. Here's the thing. It's too hot. It's Thailand. It's too hot. You'd have to run your air conditioner all the time. So you're going to have like a rooftop air conditioner or something like that. It's too hot. Inside of a vehicle in Thailand, sun and humidity would be just a nightmare. It would not be good. You'd have to constantly keep that, you're going to get mold and it would just get nasty. Okay. Thailand is about the size of California, maybe might less than the size of California. So, and I've already been all over Thailand. I've spent the last 6 years traveling all over Thailand. There's not much more for me to see in Thailand. There's a couple of little niche spots, but pretty much I've seen about all I need to see of Thailand. Third, hotels. Hotels are dirt cheap. You can get a hotel for like $15 a night. So kind of negates the point of building a van, and it's like it just wouldn't be worth it. Sure, you might be able to cross some borders, go into Malaysia, go all the way down to like Singapore, maybe go into Laos. I don't think you'd want to go into Burma right now. Not a good idea. And then Cambodia. Probably wouldn't want to do Cambodia right now either. But yeah, it would just no. It would be pointless for me to do van life in Thailand. It wouldn't work. But I understand. I get that. Believe me, I've had that question at least 100 times. At least, literally, like 100 times. People are always like, "Why don't you just do van life?" It is not the same. Not the same, even remotely. Not the same, even remotely. Have you heard of new vlogger rules in the Philippines, blurring face, etc.? What is that? I know plenty of vloggers in the Philippines. They don't seem to be having any issues. I for one will sleep better tonight knowing that the Iranians' nuclear weapons program was pushed probably 20 years. Brad, they went hard. I can't wait till we can actually. I don't know if we'll ever get good video, but we'll at least probably get satellite imagery or whatnot. That attack was brutal. I think their capabilities are. Good luck. They might have to go back to coal firing, even for electricity. But why come back here to America? The culture is awful. Not in van life though. I can't. I've tried to explain this about 1,000 times now, and there's still people who don't get it. And I get it. I understand. You're probably living in the same place, doing a job, kind of in the same environment all the time and around the same people, and your senses are constantly bombarded with the same types of negativity, the same things going around. I get that. If you're in a fixed position in America, it's very easy to feel like the culture is completely corrupted and you don't want to have anything to do with America and you just want to get away. I totally understand and I sympathize with that. And I absolutely recommend trying something else, like moving overseas, coming to Thailand, coming to another country over here, even trying Europe or Africa or something like. Try something new. That might be getting the perspective and looking at America from outside is an interesting way to look at things. But in the van life, it's a totally different game. When you have the means, when you're not doing van life as a necessity, when you're doing van life as a hobby, basically, that's what it is. When you're doing van life as a hobby, when you have means, when you have that sense of exploration, that desire to see and do new things. And I'm an extrovert. I don't mind meeting people. I don't mind talking to people. I don't mind getting out there and putting myself out there and getting in the thick of things. I don't mind that at all. Van life is absolute freedom for me, and doing it in America is a safe space. Surprisingly, it's a very safe space to do van life because we have so many options, where to go, where to park. We have a strong community. There's so many people putting information out there to help you keep your van on the road, places to sleep, things to do, events, meetups, places to eat, hobbies. I mean, just all kinds of things to do. That's why I got so into it. That's why I enjoyed it. When I finally got out there on the road, I was like, this is the bomb. Trust me, I did not want to come back. I had things I needed to do back here in Thailand. That's why I came back. And then even after that, I ended up talking to my mom, and my mom finally agreed to come to Thailand. So I was like, well, I'm stuck now, so I'll just stay here in Thailand for a while. But the whole time I've been thinking about getting back to van life, getting back out there and doing my thing. I had a little fun in Thailand. I did a little traveling. I ran around with my boy Zondo. I was a horrible vlogger and hardly filmed half the shit I did in the last 6-7 months, but that's how it goes. But I'm still kind of burned out on Thailand and ready to do something else. It's still an amazing destination. And believe me, if you're easily content and comfortable and relaxed with staying in the same place, shit, you'll never leave Thailand. You'll never leave. You're gonna get here, you're stuck. You're never gonna want to go nowhere. You're never gonna leave. Or maybe you'll travel around a little bit and that'll be it. And then you'll come back and that's it. That's a wrap. You're done. I'm like, I'm staying in Thailand forever and ever. I get it. That's not me. I'm different than y'all. I'm sorry. I'm different than a lot of people. I'm okay with that. I've always been kind of different like that. People always thought, believe me, when I started the van life, these cats were like, what is wrong with this dude? He must be mentally ill. He ran out of money. Maybe the VA kicked him out, or I don't know. There was all kinds of conspiracy theories out there, even though I did an entire video explaining exactly why I did it. And there was still people out there like, why would you do that? I don't know. What can you do, man? What can you do? I explain it over and over again, but people never get it. They really don't. And then when a lot of people do the van life, they understand. That's why there's people out there spending, $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 on a van because they are tired of just living at home and doing nothing. They want to see the world. And COVID really flipped people on their heads. That's what inspired a lot of COVID was like a wake-up call for a lot of people. Like, this life is freaking short. This life is short. Do you really want to waste it away sitting in a Barca lounger watching the same shows every day? Do you really want to do that? Or do you want to go out and see shit? No matter how you do, even if you don't buy $150,000, you like me, you buy a $20,000 van, put about $3,000 worth of junk inside of it and go drive around. Whatever you're going to do, but do you really want to just sit at home or become a world explorer? Go do something else. I think people finally woke up that sitting around is not the way to do it, man. And that this life goes by way faster than you think it does. I've been all over the world. I've seen that. I've lived overseas for nearly 10 years now. And I still want more. I still want to see more. I still want to do more. I was watching a couple of days van life. Oh my God. They were in Alaska driving down these roads, and I was just like, I got to go there. I have to be there. I have to go. If I could get on a plane tomorrow and be where they were, I would have done it. I was like, yep, I got to be there. And knowing that I have the finances and the ability to do those things and I'm not doing them doesn't sit well with me, But I get it. For right now, got to take care of mom's, make sure she's good, get everything straight, and I could stand to lose a couple of pounds before I go running off and doing van life again. But yeah, man, I love it. I love it absolutely to death. I had the best time. Hey, I went off on a little thing there, didn't I? She will be happy there. I'm sure it's an excellent place. It really is. It's really nice. A great facility, great staff. They got a mix of Filipino and Thai people. The Filipinos obviously have a better grasp of English, so that helps out. The food's decent. They give her meals. She cooks some of her own meals. I got her stuff to cook with. She's got like a little induction cooktop, a microwave. I'm going to get her a toaster oven too. Well, not even a toaster oven. I'm going to get her like a full-size countertop oven that she can bake in. She's good. She's got a good situation. I got her all kinds of stuff for hobbies. She goes and works out every day, gets her flex on. She's working out more than me, which is crazy. She's got a space to walk and a nice, safe place to walk. She's got aides that will, come out there and help her and keep an eye on her. It's a good situation. Traveler, what's up? What's up, baby? They want you to hit the travel buddy back up to get your analytics back up. Yeah, I'm good. Notice my channel does just fine on my own. I know some people are like, you ain't nothing without your girlfriends and all that. I'm like, okay, I do okay. I don't know what they're talking about. I do okay. It helps when you consistently post. I hadn't been consistently posting over the last 6 months. I had 1 or 2 videos a month, maybe, and that was completely by choice. I had no desire to really film or post anything, so I didn't. now that my mom's here, I'm getting a lot of content. And I knew guys were going to be super, super curious because they're going to start thinking about their family members that are, might need assistance or parents or whatever. And they're like, maybe Thailand's a good option, especially when they see the pricing. Because shit in America's, oh my God, the number of people who told me what they were paying in the States for elderly care or assisted living for like people with disabilities and whatnot. Are you? I don't know how normal people afford that. I don't understand. You'd have to be making like $200,000 a year to afford that on top of your normal life. If you were going to put your parents in a facility or something over there, you're going to have serious income to be able to afford a decent place. You could put them in the county run old folks home or something like that, for a couple grand a month. But you really want to put your family members in a place like that that provides absolutely the absolute minimal amount of care? No, I know y'all don't want to do that. I know y'all don't want to do that. We were talking. So most of these places were like averaging around $5,000 to $7,000 a month. What? Bruh. Nah. What's that? Oh yeah, to get that. Just go to your AAA and they will give you an ad. Yeah, AAA in the States. AAA in the States. Over here, you can go to a lot of other places too, like Thailand. I don't know. A lot of the agents know how to get the international driver permit, whatnot. It's on the same level as AAA though, and it's the same one. It's a Geneva Conventions international driving permit. So any of the Geneva Convention countries, you can use it in. James, long time no chat. What's up, Brooklyn Marine? What's up, baby? Woo! Y'all looking at my dirty laundry back there? Don't be looking at my dirty laundry back there. No, it's clean. It's clean. When you do laundry, it's in steps, right? It's in steps. First, you wash it. Then you let it sit in the washing machine too long. And then it goes bad. Then you wash it again. This time you remember that you did laundry. So you get the laundry out, you hang it up. You leave it outside for about 2 or 3 days. About 2 or 3 days, right? Leave it outside for about 2 or 3 days. Want to make sure it's dry. It's usually dry like the first 12 hours, but 2 or 3 days just to be safe. 2 or 3 days. Then you bring it in. Okay. You only bring half of it in though. You bring half of it in. You set it on the corner of your bed. You got to be on the corner of your bed. It can't be in the middle of the bed because you're going to go to sleep. You're not going to fold it. No. We don't fold yet. You put it on the corner of the bed so you don't kick it off in the night, but you are still going to kick it off in the night. That's going to happen, guaranteed. So you put it on the corner of the bed. You go to sleep. You wake up the next day. You pick it up off the ground, put it back on the bed. And then the next day after that, so after you sleep again and kick it off the bed for the third time, then you fold it or put it up on some hangers. Anyway, you always do the stuff with hangers first because that's easy. Do the stuff with hangers first. Put that in the closet, and then like if it's just underwear and socks, you don't have to hurry up and get that. It's just underwear and socks. So you leave that sitting there for another couple of days. Okay. Then you remember you have stuff outside. You bring that stuff in, add it to the pile on the bed. Yeah, you guys seeing the theme here? I mean, I'm figuring, I don't know, maybe 1 to 1.5 weeks to do an average load of laundry for me. That's good, right? Yeah. So we're on day like 2 back there, or is that day 1? Maybe day 1 or day 2 on the corner of the bed. So we'll get to that in a couple of days. No rush. Traveler 4444. What's up, baby? Just keep living your life the way you want to live it. That's how I do it, baby. That's the only way I know how to do it. The more people try to tell me how to live, the more I'm going to do it the other way, just to spite them. People always try to tell me how to live, and I get that. The problem with that is that people, want you to live their life. They want you. They see, people. What am I trying to say? People see your life through their eyes. They see your life through their eyes, and it doesn't make sense to them. So they always want to suggest changes and things that you should do because that's how it looks in their life. We were talking about this the other day about how when we're looking at the color green, I know what the color green looks like, and you know what the color green looks like. But if I was looking at the color green through your eyes, it could look like orange. And if you look through my eyes, it could look like blue. See what I'm saying? We live in this world. We have accepted that this color is green. It looks green. That's what I know. This is a green color. Everybody, and you would all agree with me that it's green because you see it as green to you. But if I look through your eyes, it could be something different. It could be completely different. That's, I don't know. I think the world is kind of what you make it. You the man, Chocolate Man. What's up, Kelvin Matthews? What's going on with you? 365 Alive. What's going on? Salute to you. Enjoy the content. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Dog, brother, why are the visa laws always in flux in Thailand? Why can't they decide on the visa law and let the laws? That's pressure, man. So obviously there's a lot of turmoil in the Thai government right now with the prime minister and these ruling parties and all that. They've got their own turmoil. But, you got these guys who suggest alterations and changes to immigration law. They're doing immigration crackdowns because of all the call centers, the illegal casinos, illegal businesses, illegal people buying property illegal. They're doing all these random crackdowns. It happens every year. There's some kind of reform or crack every year. Sometimes it's more extreme than others. Sometimes they just make a simple change or they make a few arrests, and then sometimes private organizations react, like Bangkok Bank. Their reaction was to restrict their banking to current long-term visa holders, Thai citizens, and that's about it. If you don't have a long-term visa, you're asked out. They're going to try to close your account. Like, damn. Like, they're done playing. They're done being taken advantage of and getting in trouble. And but it's always an ebb and flow in Thailand. It's always an ebb and flow, baby. It's always just the way it goes, man. Just the way it goes. Welcome to Thailand. Sometimes things are a hotbed issue one week, and next week nobody cares. We couldn't stop talking about taxes forever, and I still don't know what they're doing with taxes. I'm assuming they're eventually, like, when you go to renew your visa next time, if you have like some kind of annual visa or whatever, when you go to renew your visa, the tax man might be standing right there going, okay, you owe us for this. We've looked at your banking records or whatever. You made all these deposits. We're not going to renew your visa till you cough up this money. Could happen. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to enforce this stuff. JR, how you doing? I'm doing good, bro. I'm just having some crown, talking to y'all, relaxing. Chilling the F out. Live and learn with Mike. What up, buddy? Hi, James. I'm the guy who met you in the bank by Terminal 20. What's up, bro? How you been, man? How's life? You doing okay? You still living here in Thailand or in Pattaya? The cesspool of Thailand? That's another thing that always gets me. Like, why is Pattaya always the worst place in Thailand? The negative opinions and thoughts about Pattaya are just rampant, and it kills me. You know how many international schools we have here for young children? Do you know how many family-oriented activities we have here in Pattaya? I just don't understand it. The hate for Pattaya. When you mention someone about Pattaya, you can just see you're going to have a couple of different reactions. Oh, I live in Pattaya. Oh, they're like, oh, you live in that place. Oh, what? I don't understand. I have literally hundreds of videos about everything in Pattaya that doesn't have to do with the sex industry. Hundreds. And now I'm making the same content with my mom, who lives in Pattaya with me. But no, it's not a family destination. Don't ever bring your children or your wives or your family members here. They won't be able to deal with it, blah, blah, blah. Man. Resentment over nothing. Resentment. You got to live in Eson or you're just wrong. If you don't live in Eson, you're wrong. If you don't live in Eson, you're wrong. You got to move out to the village. And by the way, you need to have a commanding. Mm-hmm. You need to have command of the Thai language within 1 year of moving here. And you must know all about Thai culture, religion, everything within the first year. Just so you guys know, it's in the pamphlet. It's in the pamphlet. It's in the book. It's in the book. It says that you have to have Thai language, you have to move to Eson, and you have to understand the culture within the first year. Just remember, those are the rules. I didn't make them up. I'm sorry. I didn't make them up. That's the rules. Oh, look, we got here, man. Oh, PM Lynch. Salute, brother. Thanks for being a new member, bro. Appreciate that. And then we got Vernon Howe with that $20 holla. Appreciate you, man. Chuck, do you do consults? I'm like you, retired 100%. I'd like to know if there are differences or advantages to being retired. Of course, being retired is a good thing. But yeah, just ask me whatever you're interested in, Vernon. I don't really do consults anymore. I used to do them, but yeah, I don't do them. I mean, I like doing them. They were fun. I met a lot of cool people. I must have did like 30, 40, 50 of them. I don't remember. They were a good time, but yeah, it wasn't really for me. Richie still does them. A couple of the guys still do them. You can definitely do a consult with them. But yeah, feel free to ask questions in the chat. That's cool. There's no problem with that. I'll talk to you about it. No. Try to find my spot again. Hold on. Yep. There it is. Somebody wrote the GBU 57 series, massive ordnance penetrator. Doesn't it weigh like 30,000 pounds or some shit? I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's not something you want dropping on you. Definitely not something you want dropping on you. Crazy. 30 tomahawks, 6 mohobs. Yep. Crazy. They did work. James, your Air Force mates over Iran thinking they'd rather be in Pat. Well, I don't know, man. They had a good time with that mission. Those B-2 pilots, bruh, 18 hours in a tiny B-2 cockpit, multiple air refuelings, bruh. Those pilots earn that paycheck, bruh. You don't understand. Like in a C-17, we've got all this space. We got a refrigerator, an oven. We've got a full-size bathroom. We got all the comforts of home. We got the big-ass cargo floor. I mean, it's a big, comfy jet to fly in. If you had to fly 18 hours in a C-17, no big deal. I've been on 22-hour missions on a C-17. Multiple ARs, shit like that. It's painful, but no. Sitting in a tiny B-2 cockpit. The B-2 is not a big airplane. If you ever see a B-2 up close, it's not really that big. And the cockpit is definitely not that big. 18 hours, not to mention you're flying a critical mission. Absolutely has to be precision. You're flying an airplane that doesn't have a rudder and is not incredibly stable, and you have to air refuel multiple times in it. These B-2 pilots, they should be getting some silver stars. They really should. That is a serious freaking mission. Serious mission. Amongst the other thousands of people who supported these missions. But yeah, I get, man, them B-2 cats. Woo! Why does this camera keep going off? Hold on. I don't know why this camera keeps going off. It's really annoying. It's got power. I don't know what's going on. Unplug it. Plug it back in. Do do ba 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 ba. And I'm back. Sorry about it. I don't know why the camera keeps doing it. Like every hour it goes out. It's weird. Or not even an hour. It's like what, 30 minutes? Every 30 minutes it goes out. That's crazy. James, your Air Force mates. Oh, yeah, we just read that one. Talking to Dark Brother. Chalk, is there anything bigger than a 5,000-pound bucket? I think the other ones are bigger. I want to say those Moabs were bigger, or the Mopes, or whatever they are. I think they're bigger. Those are new. That's the first time they've ever been. That's the first operational use of them. So I don't know a lot of details about it, but I know they're big and they're very, very powerful. When the government owns the media, I find it hard to believe because we don't fight over Antarctica. Okay. 30,000 pounds is what they use. Yeah, they were big. These are big, big effing bombs. Big. You should get your mother a cat. Yeah, that's what I say on the pet thing. You know, her neighbor just got a pet, got a cat, but her son Nick lives only like 5 minutes away, 5 or 10 minutes away. So anytime his mom leaves, like if they go on a field trip or something like that, he can just take the cat back to his house. You know, I live like 30 minutes away from where my mom lives. And I don't know if I'm going to be, you know, anytime my mom has to leave, I don't know if I'm going to be taking her pet. And I don't know if I'll be here either. So I would like to do van life in Europe if I had that option. I think that would be fun, but expensive as hell. They're definitely expensive. Europe was no. I went to Europe for 30 days. I drove around in a car in Europe and did Airbnb every day. And it was, I spent like probably about $10,000 that month, but it was fucking fun. I mean, it was a blast. I had such a good time doing that. But yeah, man, it's not cheap. Europe is expensive, man. I can't even imagine. That was 2018. I don't know what it's like in 2025. It's got to be crazy now. Why do you call yourself Chocolate Man? Why not? Why can't I call myself Chocolate Man? You better vlog van life and other journey. Oh yeah, of course I will vlog it. Of course I will vlog it. Vlogging is just what I do. It's fun for me when I feel like doing it. And now, again, I took a few months off and didn't really do it. It was great. I didn't care about filming or getting content up, or there was zero pressure to do anything. And even now, I'm only doing like a video like every other day, maybe when I feel like it. I'm not going to put that much effort into it. You know, before I was worried about my numbers and shit like that, just like every other YouTuber, you get real anxious about your numbers and your analytics. Now I'm like, whatever, man. If it does well, it does well. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Chocolate Man. What's up, Giggly Puff? How you doing? I live in America. I think an American living close to Iran will not be safe. I also think Iran has people already in place inside America. Star Series. That's what, there's a lot of speculation on how Iran will retaliate. Will they use proxies? Do they have sleeper cells throughout the world, Europe, America, Britain, whatever? I'm not sleeping on that at all. Is it a theory or is it more likely reality? And will there be retaliation? Yeah, I think it's almost guaranteed there'll be some type of retaliation. And who it will come from, who knows? And when it'll happen, who knows? So I'm glad that, we're kind of prepared for that, but we don't know what method will they use. Will it be a cyber attack? Will it be a terrorist, a bombing, or, how will they do it if they're going to do anything? What resources do they have? Who knows? I don't know. That's some scary stuff. But you can keep yourself up all night thinking about things like that. Hey. Guess what? I'm pregnant. Uh-oh. It's going to be a troll. It's going to be a troll. Anyway, my only advice for van life round 2 is invest in insulation spray, closed cell foam, wood panels over the foam that would keep the heat and cold out of the van, stop the condensation. Once again, for the 597th and 900 billionth time, insulation has nothing to do with condensation. You can still get condensation even with insulation. Condensation has to do with proper ventilation. Ventilation. Yes, insulation will keep the cold out and the heat in, or vice versa. However, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm lazy. I was fine. Honestly, once I put the heater in my van, I had no issues. It didn't matter how cold it got. That heater, insulation, no insulation, I could get it friggin' 90 degrees in there when it was friggin' 20 degrees outside. No problem. That heater is bomb. That heater made all the difference. And the added benefit of it being a dry heater that it just uses airflow over a hot box. It'll dry out the van in minutes. So even if I do have condensation, it'll dry it up almost instantly. So it works great. Zondo, wow, Zondo's good people, man. Zondo's good people. He's very good at live streaming and doing that thing. I just can't do it like him. Like me, I'll probably do like 2 hours maybe tonight. Zondo's got to do like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. I can't do it. He's good people though. He's good people. I started watching your channel for the Thai content, but really enjoyed the van life videos. Made me realize some of the beautiful spots. And that's the thing, bro. Again, people get hyper focused on where they're at. They're looking out the same windows every day, going to the same job, hanging out on the same places on the weekend, maybe going to catch a game. They know their area, they know their town. They don't really explore a whole lot. When you get out there and look around, holy shit, America is crazy beautiful. You just don't have any idea. You don't until you get out there and drive around with the intention of exploring. You're not just driving to get, like, I'm never on the road just trying to get to the next place. I'm like, what's going on? What's down that road? What's over there? What's that thing do? Where's that lead? You don't have to be anywhere. Some nights I'll be like, okay, where am I going to camp tonight? Okay, I think I'm going to be over in this area. So I've got the next 8 hours to drive around and figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to be, or explore or whatever. You just had total freedom just to live your life. It was great. I love van life. Again, it's very hard to convey to people to get them to understand. It's just like trying to get people to come to Thailand. They ain't feeling that either. A lot of people are not. I don't want to go to Thailand. What am I going to do over there? Isn't it really hot over there? And isn't it a third world country? And are y'all living in huts? And are you doing this? Are you doing that? They don't watch the videos. They don't want to listen to reason. That's typical, man. That's typical. Probably 75% of the people are not going to have anything to do with Thailand or living overseas or, even getting out of their comfort zone. They like being comfortable. They're good. Like, nah, man, I'm good here. You're wasting your time even trying to convince them. They have no desire to do anything else. They're going to stay right where they're at. That's where they're going to live. That's where they're going to die. It is what it is. I'm glad you back doing. I appreciate it, KL. I appreciate it. And, I appreciate you guys for coming back. You guys did come back and forth. I wasn't posting on the regular and, people didn't really, some people unsubscribe, hit or miss. I would lose 5 or 6 subs a day or whatever. It is what it is. Expect that. People are like, well, you're not putting any content out, or you're not putting the content I want to see out. So they bounce. It's cool. But as soon as I started putting regular content, they all came back. Every one of them. And that's cool. Glad to have you back. Moab 30 can't wait. Ooh. I still watch some of your van life videos. I even watch my van life videos. I'm like, I want to be back out there doing it. I did 100 van life videos in like 6 months. That's how much I was into it. I was putting out a lot of content from van life, and I enjoy it. Some of the shit's boring, but other stuff was, man, I had some good days out there. I had some good days, and I met some good people, and went to some really fun events, and I loved it, man. I loved it. And there was so much more to do, and I had to leave. I had to come back to Thailand, man. I had shit to do. I did not want to go, man. I was ready to do something else with my van or get an RV. I was ready to do all kinds of things, but I was like, let me go back to Thailand first, and then I'll come back to America and do this later. Here I am a year later, still ain't back. Been over a year, like a year and a half already. I've been back, and I'm like, I want to go do something else. But I got it in while I was here back in the States, while I was here back in Thailand. I did plenty of fun stuff. I had plenty of good nights with friends. We did some traveling. We did a lot of stuff. In my time here back in Thailand. But yeah, I've done enough. I don't really need to do anything else. There's really no need for me to try to force it here in Thailand anymore when I want to do other things. And it'll be fun. Like if I do 6 months on, 6 months off, come back to Thailand for like 6 months, Thailand will be fun for me again. I can get to re-explore, redo things here without it wearing me out, and spend time with mom and whatnot. But yeah, being here the full year round is just not my gig anymore, man. I read yesterday in the Thai newspaper that they are changing the law so people can no longer use their home country's license to a Thai. No, you can use your own license. You can't use the IDP, the international driving permit. That's what they're saying. You can still use your country. That's what they're saying. You have to have a valid state license or country license or whatever before they will let you get a Thai license. You can't use an international driving permit. What up, Chalk? Finally got my household. Just bought a one-way ticket from ATL to BKK for next. There you go, Kate. Get it in, bro. Get it in. I remember when it was fresh and new, man. Initially moving to Thailand was wild. It was great. Yeah, I was just coming from the Philippines, so it wasn't as crazy as moving from the States, but it is refreshing to get over here and be able to live that life that you've always wanted to live. That's good. And I'm happy for anybody moving over here and, giving it a go, giving it a try. And again, not everybody's like me. They won't get burned out or bored on Thailand or want to do other things. They will be happily content here for years and years and years. And I'm more power to you. More power to you. They might end up with a girlfriend. They might end up with kids. They might end up with a wife. You never know. Whatever the situation, might end up with a boyfriend. I'm not judging. Do whatever you got to do, man. I'm just saying they might end up in a situation, or maybe they decide to start a business or whatever. I mean, you can go 100 different directions here. You got the freedom to do that. And you don't have the stress of the world behind you anymore. Now you can relax and decide what you really want to do with your life. New member, appreciate you. Your initial commitment to service is 6 years, which can be served 2 to 3 year stints. The remainder can be fulfilled in Guard and Reserve. You have a great attitude. Thank you, D Nice. Appreciate you. Ron sees America. What's up, Ronnie? What's going on, brother? There's one of my van life buddies right there. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you in a couple months, Ron. We'll see. Like I said, once mom's is good, then I'll bounce. So I just got to make sure mom's good. We got to give her some time. We want to get her fully relaxed. And I want her to see a bunch more stuff, Tomorrow, we're actually going to get together, and I'm going to take her to go see a dolphin show, and then we're going to go do some shopping. And then we also got to do something with her visa, whatever. But yeah, I try to hang out with my mom at least 2 or 3 times a week and go do something fun with her. So she really sees what's going on time. We just did the Sanctuary of Truth on Friday. That was cool. She loved it, man. I've been to Sanctuary of Truth like at least 4 times now, and it's still amazing. It's really cool. If you ever come to Pattaya and you don't go see the Sanctuary of Truth, you're wrong. Go see it. You're going to love it. What's up, James? I'm late to the party. Can you quickly speak your thoughts on World War III? I don't think we're going to World War III, but I do see a buildup, and I do see possibly a sustained, would be the word, not a sustained conflict, but a sustained presence. Let's put it like that. I can see us maintaining a sustained presence on the borders of Iran or nearby. I can see something like that. Maybe even getting back into Afghanistan or something like that to stage. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Who knows, right? How come you're not with the guys? What guys? Talking about like Zondo and the boys? I don't do all that stuff, man. I don't really go out there much. Yeah, I don't really go out there much. I could go out there every day if I wanted to, but that's, Zondo's out getting content, and, he really likes the ladies. Ain't mad at him. Zondo gets it in. He's a player. He's a player, man. He's got to talk to 10 girls a day just to feel normal. And that's cool. It's not really my thing anymore. I'm not really interested in the nightlife that much. I like going out a couple times a month, maybe, but yeah, I'm ready. I want to do other stuff, man. I kind of grew out of that. I did that for years. Bro, you got to understand, man. I started out in the Philippines for 3 years. When I was in the Philippines, Man, probably went out like 20 times a month, was drinking buckets and I just constantly in that lifestyle. Then I got to Thailand and I did that probably again for like the first couple of years, was just into it and partying and doing all that stuff, man. I'm burned out on that. Hanging out and just doing stuff. It just every once in a while it's kind of entertaining, but once I get out there after about an hour or two, I'm done. Even when my boys come over from the Philippines, I hang out with them for at least 1 or 2 nights, and that's all I really got usually. 1 or 2 nights, and I'm all right. I appreciate y'all coming out, but you're on your own. You're good. You know what to do. Thailand. Have a good time. I'll go home. I'm out. I'm out, man. Reply to the title, bro. Overseas is the soft target for Iran, not the U.S. You believe Thailand is prepared to stop terrorist attack? Wondering. Thailand deals with terrorism all the time. Honestly, in the South, you have Muslim like insurgents or extremists in the south of Thailand who do bombings and stuff all the time. There have been terrorist attacks in Thailand before. There was a bombing at a major shrine up in Bangkok not too long ago, maybe 10 years ago, something like that. We've had active shooters here. Thailand's dealt with its own drama. So, yeah, they can deal with it. They can. I feel confident they can handle it. Can they prevent it? Yeah, I think they would do okay to a degree. But it's not something I'm gonna lose any sleep over. Woo, already got you, Vernon. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, Oren, it's been a year, bro. It's been a year. Do the math on that one, bro. Do the math on that one. What's up, James? What's up, Chad? I'm late to the party, James. Can you please reiterate your thoughts? I just did that one. I laugh when people say that every woman in Pattaya is a 304. I just laugh because I know you're like, yeah, you are telling me something about yourself when you constantly berate Pattaya. Like, okay, so your only experience with Pattaya is Soy 6 and Walking Street. Then that's all you know. That's all you know. You were probably here one day off the ship back in 1997, and you know all about Pattaya right now. That's probably the facts. It's like you have no real experience. You've never lived here. You have no idea what you're talking about. I probably won't waste my time arguing with you. What do you use to set mud your V? What do you mean? Type that again, Gary. I don't know what you mean. What do you use to set mud your visa? I don't understand. I feel like I know you now. You don't want to do anything that will feel like a job. I get it. Oh, yeah, I'm lazy 100%. I've told you all that a million times. I don't do anything that resembles work, really. That's probably not going to happen. Family man in Thailand, what's up, brother? How you been, man? I thought they staged at it. They do stay. They have many bases. Let me just put it that way. We have many places. Some places that probably don't make the news that often. Washrooms in the B2. Nope, they gotta piss in a bag, man. Yep, just like the fighter pilots. Fighter pilots do the same shit though. They gotta piss in a bag. So just name the game, man. And they keep a little they got like a little area they can keep like extra food and shit like that. So they got meals, like they're starving or anything. They got places for food. When they're at altitude, they're flying on autopilot, so they don't need to have their hands on the controls all the time. They got freedom. It's just a small space. It's a confined space. So, and there's, you can't get up and walk around or anything. Kind of sucks. You're going to be sitting there the whole time. 18 hours on your ass. Can't get up. Can't walk around. Can't move. I mean, it's a confined space. It's rough. Make America great again. Okay. They faked everyone out with the B2s heading toward. Yes. There was lots of deception. Aces to the military, bro. This shit was well planned and well executed. Whether we agree with it or not, from a military standpoint, it was well executed. Yep, B2s all day, baby. What's this one? Q. What are your thoughts on a possible? I don't think it's going to happen. like I said, I think we might be in for like a sustained kind of like maybe even enforcing like a no fly or, some kind of position to observe, Iran will obviously have very close scrutiny for many years now. Who knows? Why do countries agree to fight over everything else except for Antarctica? That's where we keep the aliens at, man. Cool ass shirt, James. Thank you. I put it on just for this live stream, along with my cool hat. Me love your BK Brown. Thanks, Red Label. What's up, Red Label? Be there on December 1st. Hope to see you for New Year's. I may be here, I may not. We'll see. We had a good time last year for New Year's, though. This was something new. My boy Caesar was like, hey, let's do Soy 6 for New Year's this year. We'd never done that before. We usually go to a club or, it's usually a club. We're usually in a club for New Year's. This is the first year we decided, hey, let's do something on Soy 6. Man, that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing New Year's on Soy. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Stay away from countries that hate the USA. That is a no. Yeah, you really don't want to do that right now. Yeah, I wouldn't, be running around the Middle East or anything like that on purpose right now. That's for sure. Wouldn't do it. But you even got to be careful in Europe, though, like Germany and France and all that. Man. I think it's more likely that something will happen in Europe than it will happen in the States, but it could happen in either place. I do anticipate some sort of terrorist attack. I do anticipate. I think it will happen. I really do. I don't know how serious or how big it will be, but I can see some retaliation for sure. What's up, Chuck? Glad I'm catching the live. All right, Godzilla, how you doing, brother? Thanks for the break from all your doom and gloom. I really enjoy listening to your perspective. What doom and gloom? What doom and gloom you talking about? We don't really do a whole lot of doom and gloom on this channel. What are you talking about, doom and gloom? I don't follow. You have to break that one down for me. All these years, you still going hard for Thailand. You the real deal. I mean, I can't knock Thailand. Even when they change the rules, when they move the goalposts, when things don't always go perfectly, they make it a little more of a challenge for people to get out. It's still straight, right? Is there really a problem with Thailand? What's the issue? Okay, you got to struggle to get a visa or whatever. But once you're set, you're good. Move into a decent place. Maybe get you a girl or enjoy the nightlife or get you a hobby or whatever. But Thailand, other than that, Thailand is going to stay out of your way. Okay. Once you get your membership, once you get your membership for Thailand, they stay out your way. They stay out your way and let you live your life. So I don't know. I'm good with that. There needs to be goalkeeping. There needs to be a cover charge. So we don't get too many bad apples out here. It don't turn into something crazy out here. And that's exactly what Thailand's doing. I'm not just talking about Americans. I'm talking about everybody coming into this country who acts like they own it. And there's a lot of, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a lot of countries from all over the world who come into Thailand and act the damn fool for no reason. Just watch the Pattaya News or The Nation or Khalsat or whatever. They talk about it all the time. People acting up in Phuket, people acting up in Chiang Mai, people acting up in Bangkok, people acting up in Pattaya. Don't know. They act like they ain't got no fucking home training. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why would you come all the way to Thailand to do dumb shit like that? I don't get it. It blows my mind how some people act when they get over here. Like Thailand doesn't have laws, or doesn't have consequences for breaking those laws. Yes, they do. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to go to Thai prison. I'm telling you, I'm trying to break it down. You don't want to go to Thai prison. It will change you. Don't do it. Yo, greetings from BKK, Chak man. Why did you choose Pattaya instead of PKK, Phuket, Koh Samui, Chiang Mai? I've been everywhere in Thailand. I've been to all those cities, obviously. Spent time in all those cities and everything like that. Pattaya has everything that I want. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It has all the conveniences, the location. It has the beaches. It has the environment. It has a lot of my friends. It has a lot of people that I know here that I've over the many years, I've been coming here into Pattaya since 2008. So 18 years of traveling in and out of Pattaya and 6 years of living here. So I've established myself quite well in Pattaya. This is home. This is home. Nowhere else in Thailand is going to feel like home compared to Pattaya. That's simple. That's simple. It's not complicated. Not complicated. So, Phuket, sorry, nothing against y'all, but too many European tourists for me. Nothing against y'all. We just don't mesh. We just don't mesh. You're fine. You're fine. Please come to Thailand. Enjoy yourself. Whatever. Do your thing. But we just don't mesh. We don't mesh. I don't really get along. It's not my I have nothing against Europeans. I don't think they have anything against me, but we don't really mesh. They don't hang the way I like to hang. Whatever. And there's other things about Phuket too. Just it's a slightly higher cost of living over there, and I don't know, just the vibe in Phuket's not for me. Chiang Mai is, it's in the mountains. It's not for me. I want to be near water. That's plain and simple for Koh Samui. For Chiang Mai, Koh Samui, maybe after about 60. Maybe after about 60, I could lock it down on like the far side of the island, away from Shawang and all that, over on the more deserted parts of the island. That can happen. Koh Samui's nice. I love Koh Samui. I dig it. It's really nice. In Bangkok, no fucking way. All day. I have absolutely less than zero desire to live in a city, especially the size of Bangkok, one of the biggest cities in the world. No thanks. No thank you. It is very nice to live an hour and a half away, though. So can go up to Bangkok, experience for a couple of days, maybe go to a really nice restaurant, see a concert, see a show, do something international or big, or something that you could only do in Bangkok. Go up there and then immediately take my ass back to Pattaya, because it's right there. It's right there. It's that close. And they're definitely harping about the high-speed rail again. So the high-speed rail will run from Utapao to past Pattaya, everything like that, to Suvarnabhumi, I can't say it anyway, BKK Airport, and then up to Don Muang. And I think it's also supposed to go to the Hua Hin Airport. But that'll be high speed, like true high speed rail, not the medium rail or the other shit they do, but an actual high speed train. If they get that and it runs through Pattaya, oh, yeah, baby. But the fact that they can connect all those airports gives you so many more options now, too. So you could catch a flight into BKK, take the train down to Utapao, fly out of there to one of the islands or something instead of having to fly to BKK. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with that. It'd be great. All right. I really enjoyed your van life vids. Do reprise the lifestyle. By the way, Iran said they'll come like a thief in the night. We don't know. I mean, we're prepared for that. I mean, it's not like they didn't think this was going to happen. It's not like we didn't expect retaliation. We warned them against retaliation, but it's not like we're not expecting it. So if you're in sketchy parts of the world right now, use your due diligence. Don't be an idiot walking around with an American flag on your shirt. Don't antagonize people. Don't get into it with people. Don't make yourself known. We used to get this all the time. Every single time we went on missions overseas, we had to have intel briefings. We had to have indoctrination, all this stuff every single time. What not to do, what to do, how to keep a low profile. I still can't. When the military's in town, trust me, I know you're military. I know you. The minute I look at you, I know you. When the Navy ships and stuff are around, I know, bro. Yes, I know you came. I remember talking to these kids one time. I just went up to them. They probably thought I was an agent or, some kind of undercover or something, trying to get them in trouble. I knew they were off the fucking ship. I knew they were. And I went up to them and said, hey, man, you guys off the ship? What's good? I'm a retired Air Force, whatever. Just trying to chop it up with a man. They're like, no, we're not the boat. No, we're not. And that's what they're told to do. They're told not to talk about it. And that's fine. They did a good job. But it's funny because they probably thought I was trying to get them in trouble or something. Or, I might have been an undercover investigated type agent or something like that, trying to catch them slipping, But They were fine. They did their due diligence. That's good. But I knew they were off the boat. It was clear as day. I moved to John TN 7 months ago and and that's most cats, man. They never leave. They never leaving. They're not gonna go. They're not going. They're good. Like, I'm not leaving. No fucking leaving. Red Label's a new member. Salute, brother. Appreciate you, man. Am I missing a bunch of super chats again? What do we got going on here? New member, Vernon Howe with another $5 holla. I heard Vietnam is a new Thailand. I have been to Nam or plan. Have you been to Nam or plan to go on? I'd love to see a vlog from there. I didn't vlog it. I went there with Alex and another friend of ours. Right when we got here, it was before I was vlogging. It was cool. I went to Ho Chi Minh City. We went and did all the tourist stuff, and it was interesting. It was cool. It had good food. Back then, it wasn't such a hot spot for people to move to, but now it is, especially with the visa issues. I know some people who live in Vietnam. They absolutely love it. They enjoy living there. It's not a problem. The visas are pretty easy. It's good living. It's just not, it's not Thailand. It's not Thailand. It's definitely not Pattaya. So take that with a grain of salt. You might enjoy it. You might like it there. A lot of guys who live there are perfectly content and happy living there. Ibo, what's up, man? With that €5, appreciate you. If I have a Western driver's license, I don't need to do a theoretical or practical exam, right? Just do the paperwork and get a Thai license for now. But they are trying to change that to where you have to take a written test no matter what. I would use an agent because they probably either have the answers to the test or they have some way to circumvent it. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. That's probably what the deal is. Use an agent. Up to you, though. Up to you. When I say use an agent, a lot of people act like it's a tagline, like it's a joke. Oh, you better use an agent, Oh, I got to go to the bathroom in Thailand. Better use an agent. All right, you can be smart ass about it if you want. I'm just trying to put the game on. Agents save you time and trouble and hassle. Use a fucking agent. Up to you, though. Don't do it. Don't use an agent. Up to you. I'm not trying to make you do nothing. All right. Trying to find my spot again. Wow. Move back. Mike Thompson, what up, Chalk? How's you and your mom? I'm doing great. Mom's doing great. Like I said, we're gonna go hang out tomorrow and do the dolphin show and do some shopping. Nothing crazy. Great content, Chalk, man. Your videos are the reason I visited Thailand, and I get that a lot, and I appreciate it. I'm glad I convinced you, or I helped along with other YouTubers convince you to come to Thailand. I know there's a lot of us out there doing content. We're doing good stuff, and we're bringing more people out here. The thing is, we're not trying to be assholes, but we'd kind of like it if we kept getting higher quality people, which we normally do. We get higher quality folks who actually have, a decent amount of savings and know how to behave themselves overseas. We just want to keep getting them quality people over here. We don't want a bunch of crazy people over here. It happens anyway. I mean, crazy people are going to find their way here. We see it all the time, but it is what it is. I just hope I'm not responsible for any of them finding their way here. YouTube didn't warn me. It doesn't sub me. It does that. It does. It's no big deal. I appreciate you, though, Red Label. Thanks for being a member, bro. Great content, Chocolate Mania. Oh, yep, I just did that one. The drive from Cali to Alaska would be fun for me, but I got a DUI and Canada would probably stop me. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, man. It's probably 2 times. Yeah, 2 times for sure where I knew I was going to get a DUI. 2 times. I thought that was it. And probably gonna fuck up my whole Air Force career and completely screw me. One time, I was in Guam, and I was literally around the corner from my house, but I drove, and I was at a bar. I mean, like maybe 2 or 3 blocks from my house, and I was like, "I'll be fine. I can drive, right?" So I pull out of the bar in my car, and I start driving home, and for some reason, when I made my left-hand turn, I almost hit the curb and I kind of made like a jerking motion with my wheel. And I didn't notice it, but there was a cop right behind me when I did that. And he followed me for maybe a block. And I was just cruising. I'm fucked. This is it. My career is over. I'm going to jail. I was like petrified. I'm just watching this guy. And then all of a sudden, he whipped out around next to me and then just took off. I would like, it's like having your life flash before your eyes, man. Over something stupid. I mean, that could have been my whole career over something stupid, being like 3 blocks from my house. Could have just torpedoed my whole life. That could have caused some serious problems for me. So I felt like a dumbass and did it again. A few years later, I'm in Hawaii. Been out on the boat all day drinking. Dumbass. I'm driving home in Hawaii, and I went over this hill, whatever. When I came over the hill, though, the cops had set up a speed trap on one of the major highways, and they were getting everybody. And of course, I went over the hill, going too fast, which was kind of fucked up too, because they were on the downhill part of this. So of course, everybody was speeding because they're on the downhill. Anyway, pulls me over. I mean, this guy ran out in the road and was waving me to the side of the road where there was a bunch of cops there, waved me to the side of the road, pulled me over. I'm just like, yep, I'm fucked. Career done. Stupid. Going to jail. It's over. It's a wrap. I'm done. It's all over. Walks up to the car. I can't remember if he told me the speed I was going or whatever, but he's like, hey, do you know how fast you were going? I was like, I thought I was doing the speed. I just said, I thought I was doing the speed limit. I was kind of quiet. Didn't want to say too much. I was like, I think I was doing the speed limit. Whatever. He's like, nah, you were going like, 7 or 8 over or whatever. Anyway. Takes my driver's license and my registration, everything. He didn't really get that close to me. So I just handed my stuff. He didn't really do much. Goes back to his car, comes back with a ticket for speeding. And he leans in to give it to me. And he's like, are you okay? And at that point, I thought, he's got me. It's over. It's a wrap. That's it. He's got me. I thought I was going to get away, but he had his hands, how cops do. They put their hands on the side of the window and they kind of lean in to your car. And he's like, he's looking me right in the eye. And he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Hands me the ticket, my license, and says, you're free to go. Stupid. That was almost it for me again. Okay, that was the last time, though. That was it. After that, I didn't do that dumb shit no more. Whew. Stupid. And it would have been right. I would not have argued. It would have been both times, both situations, dead to rights. They had me. Had me. Would have been done. If that cop had me blow, it would have been a wrap for sure. Anyway. I feel you though on the DUI. Okay. Long time no see. Haven't seen you on YouTube in a while since you joined Kick. Wish YouTube treated content creators better. I was too busy asking about food. Forgot to ask if you play chess. I do not play chess. I know how to play chess, but I suck at it. I suck at it. My brain don't really work that way. I'm just not. I'm not. I have quick wits. I think. I could tell a quick joke or something like that. But when it comes to chess, I don't have the strategy. I don't have that. My brain doesn't work that way. My brain does not work fast enough for chess. If so, I officially started streaming here on YouTube myself playing chess. In case you're interested in watching play, it would be crazy to see you pop up on the chat. Okay, man, Ghetto Stoic. I'll try to check it out sometime, bro. Peace, family. What's up, Cameron? What up, Jay Shaw? What's up, baby? I want to stay in Thailand long enough to where I vacation to Europe to be in some snow. Okay. It's a good plan. Well spoken. What's up? Saying hey. Broccoli is legal for sure. Sanctuary of Truth is a place to go, located north of Pattaya. Must see. Absolutely. What is with this day? Every half hour, it's got to be a setting or something. That's weird. Every half hour, this fucking camera goes out. That is super strange. All right, we're back. It's like literally every half hour the camera goes out. I don't know why. That is super strange. Operation? What operation? A bit more troops in Saudi, probably. Saudi, I don't know so much about, but maybe some other countries. Thanks for answering my question. Not a problem. Guy stop after Chaco is if he has come out, he's comfortable with his choice. Hilarious. You're still famous. Sometimes El Zondo, ladies man, T-He. Yeah, Zondo's wild. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Zondo_41 on Kick. That's my boy. He kind of helped me out doing Kick and stuff and whatnot. But yeah, he's on there streaming almost every day. So if you want to watch some good streamers, have some fun. Mr. Machine, happy to catch you live. What's up, bro? I was burned after 2 weeks in, you mean pie? That lifestyle is always temporary. PAL, pal. I know that's right. Anything feels like work is off limits. Except for streaming and video editing editing is a mother. I do quick edits. Like it only takes me like an hour, maybe hour and a half to do a video because I'm not doing anything. I just chop it up, put it together, and done. You know, I cut out the boring parts, leave the rest, and that's it. I don't do any crazy intros and funky weird stuff. I don't do any of that crap, man. I just give you the videos. Hey, it's a vlog. Here's what I did today. Bam, I'm done. Out. Chronological order. Out. Holla. You want something crazy? Go watch Richie's. Go watch Zoom to Thailand. He does some wild shit in his videos. I ain't doing all that. Not doing it. Hey, Red Label gifting away a sub. Appreciate you. What about cyber attack? Could happen. 100%. 100%. 100%. Why not a cyber attack, right? Like that's really the way to go after countries now is to do some crazy cyber shit, right? Drone attacks, shit like that. U.S. is waiting for Iran to continue to defend itself and then use it as an excuse to further attack them. All a ploy to push out the regime and put in a puppet in their place. Well, we've done that many times, haven't we? Throughout history. So, I mean, could be. Could be. Do you still short time like with you, Rob? No, I'm sorry, man. I don't think you're really my type, bro. Oh, man. James, I ain't gonna lie. I like the what? Oh my God, what is going on? Now this camera won't stop doing it. Is it the cable, maybe? Maybe it's this cable. Let me try a different cable. Stand by. I have no idea why this keeps doing this. What is your problem? Work. Stand by. Oh my God. We are struggle streaming, baby. Struggle streaming. Hold on, let me try one more cable. One more cable. And I'm just gonna give up. Okay, it does not want to recognize the camera anymore. What is going on? You guys can still hear me though, right? Should be able to still hear me. I'm gonna keep you in there. Nope. Well, this sucks. All right. Well, we're not having any luck here with the camera. I don't know what's going on. It does not want to work anymore. Yep, it's not even recognizing the camera anymore. That is super strange. You and I. Check, check, check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. It will not give me the damn camera anymore. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. This thing is like jacked. Always something. Struggle streaming, baby. Struggle streaming. Oh, yeah. Struggle streaming. What is going on? Yep, it does not want to read this camera. That is so weird. It does not. It absolutely refuses to read the camera. Doesn't want nothing to do with it. Why? That is so weird. I'm using my Osmo Pocket, by the way, too, which is usually a phenomenal camera for web streaming. Huh. All right. That's horrible. That's my camera on my laptop. That camera is bad. That shit is horrible. Let me try to clean the lens a little bit. All right. All right. I won't stay on too much longer. This camera is whack. This camera is horrible. You got to remember, this laptop is almost 5 years old now. So it's got like the old school webcam on it. Damn, that camera is horrible. Horrible. Doom and gloom, U.S. politics. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know U.S. politics was doom and gloom, but I don't really talk about them that much. I laugh when James showed the OSHA regulated hanging wires during his walk. Absolutely. What's up? What do you think about retirement? Retirement visa is still solid. The only problem is setting up a bank account. So you might have some struggles there getting a bank account. That's just the way things are these days. But there are agents who can help. Get an agent all day. Why are Indians hated? I don't know. I mean, they do some dumb shit here, but no more than other people. Mostly people just get tired of them walking in the street. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with it. Yeah. See, regarding those terrorists behaving badly, you simply can't fix stupid. You really can't. You really can't. But you can try to keep them from coming in the country. When are you going to pick up golf like Chuck? I don't do golf, man. I don't do golf. A lot of my friends golf here too. Like I got a ton of friends. There's some really good golf courses here in Pattaya, but yeah, I have no interest in doing golf. Zero. Dudes like Richie and Alex like Pattaya Beach, just like James, of course. How about pie? Is that what you meant to say? How about pie? Pie's cool. It's a cool place to visit. I don't want to live there, but it's cool. Lots of guys say they don't like Bangkok because they can't afford it. Same with Phuket. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. It's just not for me. It's not for me. Money is definitely not a problem for me, but yeah, I still have no desire to hang out there. But yeah, I agree. There is a cost. There is a cost component to it. These fools are giving us a bad name. It's been a hot topic on Thai news that my wife watches. Thais will only put up with it for so long before they will. That's the thing, Thais, man, they are very patient people until they're not. Patty is the best. Start the change. Bangkok is cool. See neat stuff. Gold Temple, King's Palace, but very congested to live. Just not for me, man. Some people love it. I got friends that live up there too. They freaking love it. They love Bangkok. It's just not for me, baby. We learned from 9/11, not again. Being a jarhead was hard to hide. That's for sure. That's for sure. James, OSI man, yeah. That's what they thought. Is it hard to do carnivore in Thailand? No, you can get meat anywhere. They got all kinds of good meat here. It's not USDA with the beef, but there's still, you can still get pork and chicken, and you can get Thai beef, Australian beef, New Zealand beef. There's all kinds of options. Really enjoy your van life too. Yep, I dig it too. Enjoy Alaska. The sights and views are awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been to Alaska. I just never got to drive around it. I got to hang out in Anchorage a little bit. Oh, there we go. Big up, Sir Chalk. Have a great start to your week. Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy the energy and positive attitude. Salute, brother. Appreciate it. What's going on here? Collar's all jacked up. Aussie beef is expensive at Thai's found the expat gold mine. Yeah. It can be like, $15 for a ribeye, but I mean, that's not that bad. There is a lots of clean field rat up north for carnivore. There is. You can definitely eat field rat if you want. They still sell it up there. Looking forward to maybe more chalk in the van. It will happen. It will happen eventually. My Thai brother will move to Peachit after he leaves St. Pete, Florida in 2 years. He said will help me in the future get my dual Thai citizenship. He is a green card status here. That's cool. Dad sponsored him. Nice. Undesirables not welcome in Thailand. I mean, it's getting that way. I mean, there's still plenty of undesirable people here. All races and places too, man. It's not like one particular group, man. There's all. I mean, it's in the news all the time. Just watch the news sources and trust me, it's there all the time. People doing dumb shit. Speaking of carnivore, has changed my life. I know that. I tried carnivore for a couple weeks and it was making a difference. I just got lazy. I need to go back to that. 100% disabled. 100% disabled. I need to know how I'm getting my medicine. I need to hook up with you about paying for a consult fee. I don't really do consults anymore. Medications, like if you go through like Veterans First, the clinic I've been talking about, they can help you acquire your medications. Just remember, not all medications are legal in Thailand, so you may be able to get most of them, but some of them you may have to go through Bangkok Hospital, especially if it's any kind of narcotic or an opiate. Opiates, I don't think you'll get. Some narcotics you can get, but again, it has to be through Bangkok Hospital Pattaya to do it. It depends. It's not as easy. Like in the Philippines, we could just get our drugs mailed to us. It was so easy. But yeah, here it's not as simple. Yes, David, I'm starting carnivore. Looks like a good life. That's the thing. You don't have to really think on carnivore. Eat as much meat as you want every day. That's it. That's it. Eat as much meat as you want every day. That's all you got to do. And don't eat anything else. That's the hard part, is to not eat anything else. Just eat meat. It's not complicated. It seems easy at first, but after a while, meat gets old. It really does. You're like, man, I can never get tired of eating steak. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I can never get tired of eating burgers and all that. Yes, you can. When there's no bun or vegetables or anything else on it, it gets boring. What's up, James? Checking in from Vegas. Simply Social. Are you asking about carnivore? What's going on in Vegas, man? What are you doing in Vegas? I have traveled to Thailand, Bangkok, Pattaya in April for a Songkran. I had a ball. I might want to move to. Hey, man, that's how it happens. Big shot in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? A friend that was in a picture we took in front of Ruby's for Sid's birthday just passed away. No kidding. No shit. Sorry to hear that. Just a reminder, man, life is fucking short, man. It sneaks up on. Like I said, we had a friend of ours, man, Miguel. He just passed away. What? God damn. What's it been? A year and a half now? Man. Younger than me. That one caught us by surprise, man. That one, I mean, it was, he was in relatively good shape. There wasn't, as far as we know, he hadn't been diagnosed with anything, whatever. Just one day, gone. That was crazy. Yep, we do have a VA clinic. And you can be seen at the VA clinic, Veterans First, or you can be seen at Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. You just need to have your FMP letter in hand. I want to get the hell out of America. Let's go. They have a way to get the meds to you. Have to have an address or may be able to pick up physically. Chalk should know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like some things you may have to go to the hospital for, and others they might be able to deliver to you. We'll see. I haven't had to get any medications yet, so I don't know the process. I know they have some way of getting some prescription meds to you here, but it's a process. Get the likes up. What's up? Yes, we can hear you. We hear you. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry, I'm way back. I hacked the camera. They might have shit. Operator headspace. Something in the settings. Nah, it's just I don't know what's going on. Maybe the ports are jacked up or whatever. Who knows? What's up, Andreas? I'm doing good, brother. But if YouTube gave me a choice, would be the man. Botrix. Hey, Chuck. Please don't take it the wrong way. You never mentioned your father. Don't have one. Never had one. He was we got a sperm donor. We don't have a father. What's up? Haven't seen you live in a minute. Yeah, I don't live that much. James, better than nothing with webcam thing. Yeah, that's horrible too. I mean, I got good light on me and this camera still sucks. That is saying a lot. Like, damn. Do you have concerns about the tensions with Cambodia? I don't really have concerns about it. I think it's a struggle for Thai people. Are they going to start lobbing, missiles and shit at each other and getting like a knockdown, drag out war? I doubt it. It's all over disputed land and borders and shit like that. They'll eventually work it out. You got picked. Why is it hard to get a bank account now with the visa? The bank account, again, that has to do with corruption of the system, dramas with the DTV visa. I mean, just all kinds of shit. They just got tired of it. They were like, you know what? We're going to shut this shit down. That's what basically happened. There was so much corruption. There were so many people getting bank accounts that shouldn't be getting them. people getting bank accounts on short-term visas and shit like that. They were like, that's it. We're done. We're done. If you don't have a long-term visa or you're not Thai, you're off. You're out. That's it. So, hello, James from Houston, Texas. Houston in the house. What's up, man? Whoop, whoop. But like I said, on this one, Bird Dog, I'm going to go see One Stop Visa tomorrow. Mark at One Stop Visa on the end of Soy 6. I'm going to go talk to him tomorrow because I still need to get a visa for my mom. And we're going to talk about that. Apparently, he has a contract with Bangkok Bank that he set up before this was a problem. So he's able to get bank accounts. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go talk to him tomorrow and we'll see what happens. Hello, James. Oh, yeah, or did that one. Hi, James. Would a Honda Odyssey be okay for making some van runs once in a while? In the States? Sure. Why not? There's lots of guys doing Odysseys, Grand Caravans, Sienna vans. Very common. Just reduce noodles, bread, pizza, etc. Wheat products are the worst. No need for carnivore. Then there's keto and there's low carb. And yeah, there's a bunch of, everybody's got the perfect plan. We're all different. We all have different body types. Whatever works for us, you know. Do what works for you. I hear the new walking street sign will say New Delhi. We'll see how long it takes for them to build that. They completely removed the old sign, so I don't know what the new one's going to be like. Did mom get around well in her roller walker in the mall temple, hypothetically? So in the temple, we did the wheelchair thing. Like if there's a lot of walking, we're going to do the wheelchair thing. But like getting around the mall, places that are like air conditioned and more comfortable, she can walk around pretty good. Not a problem. But yeah, again, she is limited. There's only so much walking she can do. And outside, yeah, in the heat, very, very little. When I was in Thailand, I felt like a human being. I was not treated like it. That's the thing. There's not all the judgment. You don't have to worry about police. I mean, there's a lot of things you just don't even, you take it for granted in Thailand. In America, you're like, you're always kind of on edge, you know. There's only certain places you should go and certain things you can do. In Thailand, it's very, very relaxed. If you do something wrong in Thailand, people are going to try and tell you, hey, don't do that, you know. Oh, you can't go there, you know. They're going to be somewhat relaxed with you, even if you make a mistake. I'm 48. What is the process of moving to Thailand? Yeah, 48, you know, you're limited on your visas. You know, you're only going to be able to get like an elite, like a Thailand privilege visa, a DTV visa for long-term stays. So you're going to have to deal with that issue. If you want to stay, you can do a student visa. That's also an option. So that kind of sucks. Once you're 50, it's definitely a lot easier because you can do a retirement visa. But yeah, man, other than that, just bring your ass to Thailand, you know. Come over here on a 60-day visa exemption. You can extend for another 30 days. You got time to think about what you're going to do for your visa. Get your visa applied. If you are going to do DTV, though, remember, you have to apply for DTV outside the country and then come into Thailand. So that one you have to do in advance. But like the student visa and the Thailand privilege, you can do those after you get here. Chuck, what is your advice on getting rid of all possessions and junk people collect so they can move? I feel underwear. Just let it go, man. Let it go. You know, if you can sell it, good luck. Other than that, just give it away. I give away a ton of shit. Even moving my mom over here, we gave away a ton of shit. We're not going to try and waste our time selling this shit. Like, why? You know, we get some chump change out of it. So what? You know, we might have made a couple $100 with, you know, $500 worth of effort to make $200. No, just put it out on the street. Take it. It's yours. Take it. It's hard. You know, things like photo albums, important things like my mom had some old china that she ended up giving to my nephew's mother and stuff like that. She just gave it away. Other stuff we just put on the street, man. It was like, I'm sorry, man. When you're trying to make big moves in your life, man, you can't hold on to all that stuff or you're going to have like a $200 a month storage unit for stuff you don't see or touch. You know, I get it if you have like family heirlooms and stuff like that, but yeah, for the most part, just cut it loose, man. You don't need it. That sucks about the Bangkok. Better not lose your USA debit card. Oh, definitely. Keep an eye out for HR 439, which is sitting committee trying to get 100% vets total coverage via FMP overseas like state. That'd be interesting. I'll have to read in on that. HR 439 sitting committee trying to get 100% vets total coverage via EM. Huh. Okay, HR 439. Okay, I'll try to remember the House resolution. Actually, James, this time it's a little more serious. Israel is very concerned about Iran making an A-bomb. Yeah, I think there's not much of a chance of that now. Don't think there's much of a chance of that right now. Hey, James, you need a red Solo cup. This is what you get in Thailand. Alex and Richie talked about the kickboxing student visa. Yeah, they're still doing that as far as I know. Have you ever visited? Yeah, many times. Many times. Where the white women at? What's up, brother? How you been, man? James, do you plan on doing more live? I need to because you guys motivate me when I'm on the walks. It's easier for me to walk when I'm doing the walk and talks. Easier for me. I don't walk as hard or as fast, but I can walk longer when I'm talking. Chuck the man, I'll be there in August. Also retired and crown on me when I see you. All right, brother. But here's the thing: you can't buy crown here. All my crown was imported by my subscribers, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Every crown bottle I got was from a subscriber that brought it for me. All right, we got to the end of it. How many? We've been on 2 hours. I'm about to get out of here, guys. I do appreciate you being. I'm already losing my voice. That always happens, man. I don't know. That was my big problem on Kick too, man. After about 5-6 hours of live streaming on Kick, my voice was done, man. Done. I don't know. My voice doesn't hold up like it used to. We got all these super chats. Yep, I got them all. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the super chats tonight, guys. All the memberships, all that stuff. Awesome. Very kind, very kind. I heard Konkan is a pretty cool city. Pretty cool city. Me and Zondo just spent some time there. Again, I didn't get a lot of video because I've been horrible at vlogging lately. I'm getting back into it now, but yeah, you guys can see it in some of my videos where they just kind of cut off because I just stopped recording. You know, it's good. Here again, nice chat. What's up, Kevin? Got you. Enjoy your day, James. Take care, everyone. Yep, y'all be cool. I'm gonna get up out of here, but good stream. Great to have everybody in here. We had a lot of fun. Sorry about the camera difficulties. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if it's heating up or what's going on. Something in here. This camera is being finicky for some reason. I'll try something else next time. I like this camera. I like using my Osmo Pocket. This thing is a great fucking camera. It's a great webcam, but I don't know. Maybe it needs an update. Whatever. Be cool, Chuck. Looking forward to upcoming walk and talks. Anyone know a substitute for Skype to call landline and mobile phone number? Google Fi. Google Fi. Deuces, Big James. What's up, JRC? J-Saw, see it. Chop, hypothetically, if my mom wasn't as limited, could she cross the street in Pattaya or walk down the street? I'm 50-year-old with a cane. Side streets, back streets, something like that. But like out on the main roads, man, I don't trust these cats, bro. Even in a crosswalk, I don't trust. Like my mom will never cross the street alone in Thailand, ever. Ever. That will never happen. Thanks. See you later. Peace, bro. Okay, guys. Great chat. A little over 2 hours again. Thank you for everybody for dropping in super chats, memberships, all that stuff, for chatting, hanging out with me, having a good time. Appreciate all y'all. And I'm out of here. James Casino, Chocolate Man in Thailand. And I'm out.